In this presentation, we're going to be talking about Dante on the sound card, Dante used in production sound. This is an XLR cable. This is often used to interconnect pieces of gear over analog. Actually, you can use it for AS digital too. In fact, you can also use this connection for some digital networking protocols as well. But most of the time, this is used in analog. In analog, it's fairly straightforward. You have your source, you have your destination, you interconnect, and you're done. That's fine if you've got a few channels, but now when the channel count starts to increase, you're going to start to have a lot of these cables. 8 channels, 16 mic preamplifiers on the Scorpio, 64 channels of audio on the 970. This starts to add up. Back in the 90s, in the early 90s, when I was at Shure, we started looking at some of the network protocols, and they were kind of early days, not yet ready for prime time. But in around 2006, 2007, 2008, which I believe was the very first Dante product that came out, Dante, which is a protocol from Audinate, an Australian company, came out with a very nice audio over Ethernet protocol. So instead of having 64 of these or 128 of these, all you need is a single Cat5 cable, Cat6 cable. So now your interconnection between devices from multiple channels is as simple as interconnecting the physical layer of Ethernet. So I've just made an interconnection between an 888 and a Scorpio. What that allows me to do is send signals between these two devices. For instance, I may want to take an 888 and a Scorpio out in a single environment because I can now have 16 microphone preamplifiers here, 8 microphone preamplifiers here, and now I have a 24 input setup, and now I can use the Scorpio, because the Scorpio can record all those tracks, as my single recorder to record all of that audio. In addition, I can do other things. I can take the audio out of the Scorpio, and now I can also connect it to my 970, which is not plugged in right now. And now, all the audio tracks from the 888 and the Scorpio can now be recorded onto the 970. So I can use the 970 as a bit bucket, a tool to record those files, and have them in one destination, or now multiple destinations. Alternatively, I can make that connection to a computer. So now a computer, notebook computer running virtual sound card, Dante virtual sound card, can now be on a Dante network, and I can control the routing using the Dante controller application, and I'll set up all my routing using that. But I can use the computer and Dante as a sound card, and I can run a DAW workstation and record all the tracks that are being generated in this environment to my computer. The other benefit of Dante is that you're seeing wireless receivers with Dante. You're receiving wireless rack devices like the A10 rack that has a Dante output. So now I can place my rack close to the set because I can keep my antenna to receiver distance short, and I can run a Dante cable back to my cart. So I have all this flexibility. There's other Dante endpoints. There's some very low-cost $100 endpoints that allow me to have just an XLR out. So I can send and I can make a connection to Video Village with a single low-cost Cat5 connection, run that out there, and now I can send, using Dante Controller, I can decide what I want to send from that environment there. So I may want to send program. I can also send comm. It's a very powerful tool. I can also add big mixing consoles into my environment so that I can use a bigger desk if I needed to for more complex I/O and routing, in addition to all of my cart-based tools. So Dante is a very powerful system that simplifies the physical layer interconnection and gives you incredible power in terms of signal routing all over standard Ethernet protocol using standard Ethernet topology hardware. Thank you very much.